you stand up and you fight.
A former high school football coach is filing a lawsuit against the school system after he was let go. We are talking to him about what happened.
Plus, plans for building another massive cross in the area. Find out what's still needed for the project and where it could be going up.
And an apartment fire breaking out this afternoon. More than a half dozen people displaced by the damage. We have the very latest for you right now here at 5.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Gene Patterson.
And I'm Kristen Farley. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, a local football coach is speaking out after filing a lawsuit against Oak Ridge Public Schools.
Don Colquitt says he was fired after allegations of inappropriate contact with a student and never given a chance to defend himself.
Well, new here at 5 6 News reporter Jill McNeil spoke with Colquitt at his attorney's office this afternoon. So, Jill, what did the coach have to say?
Well, Kristen and Gene, the longtime community football coach says he just wants to clear his name. He says he didn't do anything wrong and his reputation has been ruined. He's suing the school system for more than $1 million. And we're going to bring you that story in just a minute. Right now, let's go back over to Kristen and Gene.
All right, thanks a lot, Jill. We'll check back in with you in just a moment, everyone. An apartment fire in Fountain City has displaced at least 7 people tonight. The Red Cross now being called in to help out the victims there. The flames breaking out just after 3:30 this afternoon at a duplex on Colonial Circle. The damage was contained to the upstairs area on the roof line. Crews say the fire started at the back of the building. Now, no one was hurt, we're told. 6 News, as a crew there on this team, will continue to bring you new information as soon as it comes into the newsroom tonight.
Well, the case against former Knox County trustee Mike Lowe and 3 others were back in court today. Attorneys arguing that documents needed for their defense were destroyed when another trustee took office. Now, they were charged after an investigation by the TBI, by state auditors, and the county DA's office accused them of funneling money through the trustee's office to a dummy corporation. Now, their attorney filed a motion to dismiss the charges. The judge says he'll make a decision next week.
Well, new here at 5, the man found responsible for a deadly DUI crash from back in 2012 has now been sentenced to 8 years in jail. Dan Williams was sentenced on Monday in Cott County. He was charged in a crash along I-40 that left 1 person dead and 4 others injured. 3 of them were children. The Tennessee Highway Patrol said that Williams was driving the wrong way down I-40 when his SUV collided with the other vehicle, a minivan carrying a family from Ohio. THP said Williams was intoxicated at the time of that crash. He will now serve 1 year of his 8-year sentence in the Cott County Jail. The rest will be supervised probation.
A Clinton toddler who nearly drowned 2 days ago has died at the hospital. We told you yesterday about 2-year-old Anthony Hampton, who was taken to East Tennessee Children's Hospital Tuesday after falling into a swimming pool at his grandfather's home on Milton Hill Circle. Hospital says Hampton passed away just after 4 this morning. Funeral arrangements have not yet been released.
All right, time now to talk about the weather out there. We're here in the Storm Center with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hinkin. And, Matt, this is the day you promised us. Absolutely postcard picture perfect out there.
Yeah, and still a few clouds trying to get off the mountains, but they've had some sunshine as well. It's been cool up on the mountain today. In the 40s this morning, we were in the upper 50s. Don't expect it to be quite as cool tomorrow morning, but it's still going to be very comfortable. That's time-lapse imagery from the top of Mount LeCompte this afternoon. Never got totally clear, but still plenty of sunshine to get out and enjoy. If you've been up there today over the Smokies, you've had a delightful day. 83 degrees is the current temperature. It's 80 in La Follette. It's still 78 in Crossville, 76 in Wartburg. Got an 80-degree reading in the Tri-Cities. And look at that up at Roan Mountain, 69, and Maggie Valley, 65. Ooh, that's the kind of stuff that makes you remind yourself just a little bit of the winter season, but we're not going to go there. How about fall? Fall first. We don't want to jump too far ahead. How about at a glance? Our forecast will take us down near 59 degrees early in the morning. Should be up to 77 by noon. Mid-80s tomorrow afternoon. A bit warmer. Lots of sunshine. A few clouds, and there's just a slim chance for showers southeast Kentucky, southwest Virginia as a weak cool front slides that way. We'll check out the forecast that takes us into the weekend in a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Big news for UT football fans tonight. We have a starting quarterback named, and it is number 14, senior Justin Worley. Head coach Butch Jones making that announcement just a little while ago, saying he has lots of confidence in Worley and that he gives the team its best opportunity to win. Before today, sophomores Josh Dobbs and Nathan Peterman were both competing for the spot. One of those two will now fill the backup roster, on the spot on the roster. We'll have more on the quarterback situation coming up in sports with Jillian on 6 News at 6. Tennessee's football season begins, by the way, on Sunday, August 31st against Utah State. You could call it a landmark in Tennessee, those big white crosses towering over the interstate throughout our region.
Yeah, there's lots of them out there. Well, the man behind the construction has his eye now on property for his next cross, hoping to build one in Blount County.
New at 5, 6 News reporter Laura Holm has more on why his next project is so meaningful.
You probably haven't stopped. Chances are you've sped by this cross off exit 141 in Campbell County. It's one of James Potter's designs.
These crosses don't represent me. They represent and bring to remembrance of what Christ did for us to pay for our sins.
Places as far away as Wisconsin, Mississippi, New York, and Ohio, just to name a few, bear this monument.
My desire was, when I started doing that, was to build them in all 50 states.
But Potter has a new project in the works, building his 30th cross here at home along Alcoa Highway. On a much smaller scale, though, a modest 60 feet tall, 40 feet wide. And the reason this spot is perfect is a simple one.
The airport is in that 129 or Alcoa Highway. Everybody coming into Knoxville would get to see that cross.
It's a lot of work before starting. In fact, Potter has to line up property, permits, and supplies like steel.
If I could get to land tomorrow, I'd start tomorrow.
It takes about a week to build, and the price tag runs upwards of $35,000, most of which is through donations. But this is less a project and more a mission.
Stop this car and come up there and kneel down. Give me salt too. That's what it's all about.
Well, crosses like the one behind me may not be something you only see here in America. I'm told blueprints have been sent to Canada to start building a more than 100-foot tall cross. On your side in Scott County, Laura Holmes, 6 News.
If you'd like to donate time, supplies, or money towards this cross ministry, we'll have information on how you can contact Potter at our website, WATE.com.
The Governor's Highway Safety Office kicking off a campaign they say will crack down on drunk drivers. The Tennessee Highway Patrol and other law enforcement will be on the lookout for possible DUI cases from August 15th through Labor Day. And it's not just here in Tennessee. Every state in the nation is participating with increased patrols and checkpoints. Last year in our state alone, nearly 6,700 crashes were alcohol-related. This safety campaign and others are aimed at lowering that number.
Well, 8 Nashville Fire Department employees are on administrative leave tonight after a gunshot victim was mistakenly pronounced dead on their watch. Firefighters and paramedics responded to an apartment fire in Hermitage yesterday morning to find a 32-year-old man with a gunshot wound to his head. Officials say that protocol was followed in this case, but immediate life-saving efforts were not given to the patient. It was an hour before he was taken to the hospital. The victim died yesterday afternoon at Vanderbilt. Fire department says that it will now be reviewing its procedures following this incident.
Flash bombs and tear gas sending people running in Ferguson, Missouri last night as police tried to get demonstrators and news crews to clear out. It was the 4th straight night of clashes since a police officer shot and killed 18-year-old Michael Brown Saturday. Officers tried to clear people out of the street, but when protesters continued to gather, the tear gas came out. 2 local news reporters also say they were arrested while trying to get video of the scene. Meanwhile, a moment of silence being held tonight in Knoxville as part of the National Victims of Police Brutality movement. It's scheduled for a little after 7 o'clock in Market Square. Organizers describe it as a simple and peaceful gathering to honor anyone killed by the very people who are supposed to protect them.
A new promotion for a Knoxville police officer.
The announcement was made yesterday from Chief David Roush, and coming up at 5:30, we are going to talk to him about his plans for the Knoxville Police Department under his new leadership role.
And still to come here at 5.
We need to develop an app that just shuts their phone completely down, that they can't even use it.
A mom fed up with her kids never answering their cell phones took matters into her own hands and developed an app that puts a stop to them hitting the ignore button. We're going to show you how it works.
Plus, a big expansion for a local Air National Guard training facility. We have details on what this means for the airmen who go there. Coming up.
And Storm Tracker 6 dry on this Thursday evening. That may gradually change in the forecast. I'll have the details straight ahead.
Where in the world do you get the best prices on anything? Direct from the factory. World Futon is your local futon factory. With over 50 styles and ordering options, buying a futon from our knowledgeable staff has never been easier. Make your apartment or dorm complete with World Futon, with a 12% student discount store-wide all August, and a tent sale August 8th through the 20th. Sit on, sleep on, futon. World Futon. Kingston, Pike, and Bearden. Check this out. This is a brake pad they install at dealers and big auto repair chains. A set of these, set you back $200. May come with a year warranty. This is a front brake pad we install at Budget Brakes. A set of these, just $89.99 with lifetime parts and labor guarantee. Look the same to me. You could spend more. Why would you want to?
Visit budgetbrakes.com for locations and coupons. Brakes starting at $89.99. Alignments starting at just $59.99.
Some games aren't played for glory. Some are played for more important reasons. That's why we partner with schools to create Shape the State, a program that re-energizes physical education, keeping kids active and healthy. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
There was a time when the world felt bigger, yet had no room at all for boredom. There were still places to discover then, and adventure beckoned from every hill. There was a time when the most ordinary daily moments were touched by grace. Do not doubt there was such a time. It was this morning at Biltmore. Come for the day, stay for the night at our 4-star inn on Biltmore Estate.
This is a Honda. This is an AutoNation Honda. What's the difference? Compared to Kelly Blue Book's fair purchase price, most people paid less for their cars at AutoNation, which means you could save a lot of money just like that.
Save now! During the AutoNation Model Year-End Sale, get clearance pricing on a new Accord, $249 a month, and get Honda summer clearance pricing on all new Hondas.
AutoNation!
AutoNation Honda West Knoxville on Parkside Drive.
The fact is, most people paid less at AutoNation.
I'm Sandy Patty, and I am so excited to be coming to a concert near you, Knoxville, at Wallace Memorial Baptist Church, September the 21st. I hope you'll join me.
It would be uncivilized to put all of Arby's many meats on one sandwich. Instead, only put almost all the meats on one sandwich and call it what it is, an Arby's Mega Meat Stack. Arby's, we have the meat.
Power out. We'll be here streaming live during severe weather. Download the 6 News app.
You're watching WATE's 6 News at 5.
I want to go back now to our top story. A local football coach speaking out after filing a lawsuit against Oak Ridge Public Schools.
Don Colquitt says he was fired after allegations of inappropriate contact with a student, and he was never given a chance to defend himself.
New here at 5, 6 News reporter Jill McNeil spoke with Colquitt at his attorney's office this afternoon. Jill.
Well, the longtime community football coach says he just wants to clear his name. He says he didn't do anything wrong, and his reputation has been ruined. He's suing the school system for more than $1 million.
Don Colquitt is decked out in Wildcat red and gray. He graduated from Oak Ridge High School in 1983 and always dreamed of coming back to coach football. That dream came true last summer.
All over the world.
That feeling lasted until January 14th when he was put on administrative leave with pay to, quote, allow for an investigation of a report of an allegation of inappropriate contact with an Oak Ridge High School student.
What was your reaction?
I haven't touched anybody. I haven't did anything.
Yeah.
Shocked.
He tried to find out what the allegation was, but couldn't.
You can't defend what you don't know. So I didn't understand that. I really didn't understand why I couldn't get what was being said about me, because it's a serious issue.
Then, on February 17th, he was fired. The reason listed was simply policy violation.
I have to clear my name. This is not about football. This is not about working at Oak Ridge High School. This is about the name Colquitt. That's my dad gave me a good name, and I'm not going to allow anybody to ruin that when I know I haven't done anything.
So he hired a lawyer, still hoping for answers.
When none came, they filed a lawsuit for $1.1 million. It states Colquitt has sustained damage to his good name, reputation, honor, and integrity.
If you're guilty, you pack up and move somewhere else. Start over. When you're innocent, you stand up and you fight.
And he says it hurts watching from the sidelines as the new football season starts. He has this message for his players.
I'm not there with you, but I am with you.
Both the superintendent and the school board chair refused to comment on Colquitt's firing or the lawsuit. On your side in the studio, Jill McNeil, 6 News.
Now, Don's brother is Jerry Colquitt, who was a quarterback for the Volunteers back in the early 90s after he graduated from Oak Ridge.
Yeah, beautiful view across East Tennessee from the top of Look Rock Mountain in the Smoky Mountains. Look how beautiful blue and again, with the haze in the atmosphere, cleaned out by the rain, it's just unbelievable how good visibility is. Usually in August we get that murky gray sky and bad air quality. Not the case when you have rain about every week. Cleans out the atmosphere and keeps it beautiful like that. Hope you've enjoyed the scene there. If you're visiting the Smoky Mountains, it's always like this, isn't it? Not really. We have dry conditions across Knox County and across East Tennessee. Has possibility of a few showers. Well up here, you see a very thin line. A weak cool front trying to drop out of southeast Kentucky may bring a sprinkle or two to southwest Virginia, upper East Tennessee. Clouds will increase, but I don't think that'll be much. So we'll be mostly clear tonight here in Knoxville. Another cool night, upper 50s. Probably looking at a record low, not a record low here. The record low is 56. We're only going to about 59 tonight. And warming as we work into the weekend, so it should be more of an August feel. By the way, 59 was low this morning, just shy of tying the record of 58. We'll be in the same territory, upper 50s at start tomorrow morning, then we climb quickly. By noontime, we're close to 80, looking for highs that'll reach the mid-80s tomorrow. Again, a few clouds will mix in. I think it'll be a dry day. Humidity level's low, so not all that bad. Currently, we have 83 degrees, which is just shy of an average high, which is 87, 88 degrees this time of year. Look at Wartburg and Crossville, still in the mid to upper 70s. 82 Middlesboro, 79 Madisonville. Calhoun just flipped back to 79 degrees right there. So as the sun gets lower on the horizon, temperatures start to cool just a little bit. And once the sun's gone tonight, it'll cool pretty rapid. Showed you that narrow band of showers, and there you can see those clouds, and there's that narrow band right there as we see the replay. And 6 timeline will show that pushing through the region as we go through tonight and early tomorrow morning. This is just after midnight. Some narrow clouds slide on through, but I still think it'll be mostly clear, and that's why we expect lows in the upper 50s and low 60s to start the day tomorrow. So it'll be a cool start. Not a record breaker, but refreshing for August, no doubt. And then by tomorrow afternoon, a few clouds will mix in. I don't think we're going to see much of this develop. There may be a sprinkle up along the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Just a few clouds mixed with the sunshine as we go into Friday afternoon. And that sets the stage for highs to reach in the low to mid-80s, probably 86 tomorrow afternoon. Tonight, 59. Below normal, yes, but not the record, which is 56. And then we're looking at 59, 57, 58, wherever you are across East Tennessee. It'll be a comfortable start to the day. Tomorrow, 86. Not a bad day there either, even though there'll be a little bit more warmth in the atmosphere, a little bit more humidity for the weekend. There is a slight chance for shower late Sunday. We've left it off for now, and some random thunderstorms expected early next week with highs in the upper 80s.
Thank you, Matt. For parents of teenagers, not knowing where your child is can be frustrating and frightening.
Very, and we all know that giving them a cell phone doesn't always mean they'll actually answer it. That's why one Texas mom took control and invented an app that her kids and yours can't ignore.
Yeah, new at 5, CNN's Ilona Carson with the story.
Sharon Standiford was livid the day she called and texted her teenage children, and they didn't respond. Once she knew they were safe, but ignoring her calls, she got an idea.
We need to develop an app that just shuts their phone completely down, that they can't even use it. And I started researching how to develop an app.
Her husband, William, says he wasn't surprised.
Anything she's ever really set her mind to, she's done.
She served in the Gulf War.
In Iraq, we did patrolling as military police. That was the unit that I was assigned to.
And even climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. So becoming an app developer was just one more challenge for this mom on a mission. After months of design and working with developers, Ignore No More was born.
As a parent, all I have to do is touch the app, tap his name to lock Bradley's device, enter at least a 4-digit code, and now I'm going to press lock Bradley's phone. And if you watch Bradley's phone, it's going to go blank.
Bradley needs to call me because I'm the person that has the unlocked password.
With one tap, a list of only parent-selected contacts comes up. The child can call, get the password, and unlock the phone.
It takes away the texting, it takes away the gaming, it takes away calling their friends. The child will always be able to call 911.
So how does her son feel about the idea?
Well, I thought it was a good idea, but for other people, not me.
I do have to say that he responds to my texts and my calls a whole lot quicker than he used to.
Smart woman there. All right, for now, the Ignore No More app is only available for Android phones on Google Play. It costs $1.99.
A groundbreaking ceremony held today at the McGee-Tyson Air National Guard Base in Louisville for a new mixed-use facility. The nearly 47,000-square-foot expansion to the I.G. Brown Training and Education Center will include a classroom and 2 residence halls. Officials say the new buildings are needed because of the center's record enrollment and projected growth. They add that the facility will help them better prepare the airmen that attend.
We engage them by challenging them academically. We do training as well as educating, and the adage goes that you train for certainty and you educate for uncertainty, so we offer that to our students that come through here.
In 4 years, it's going to be the 50th anniversary of this place, and this construction will be finished, and it's just expanding the presence of the Air National Guard in the community, which tickles me to death.
The expansion includes 10 20-person and 2 100-person classrooms, along with those dormitories. The facility will take about 2 years to build.
Well, a new kind of playground is being built in one city, but it's not for kids.
Yeah, see how these play areas are designed for senior citizens and why they could provide an important boost to their health. Coming up.
They hit the front of the ship, and then it exploded the glass window.
A string of massive waves crashed into a ferry, leaving passengers worried the boat might go down. We're going to show you what happened next. Stay with us. You're watching WATE 6 News at 5.
How will this summer's most riveting show end?
This guy could die.
Well, tonight, hold on.
Multiple gunshot wounds times 5.
For a real-life finale that'll blow you away. It's all going down on New York Med tonight at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Welcome to PRH Health Plans. I'm Tracy. Can I help you?
We're looking for Medicare supplements.
Well, we have great rates on...
Have you tried your hair back?
That's darling
Marcy, put some plants just brighten this place up.
and some curtains, too.
So do you have Medicare supplements or not?
Focus, dear.
We've got you covered. From Medicare supplements to individual or family coverage, we've got you covered. So come by a Farm Bureau office today.
What are you doing with our security system?
Upgrading. I'm switching it to Xfinity Home. Now we'll get 24/7 professional monitoring that we can arm and disarm from anywhere. Best of all, it uses our existing equipment, so switching over is easy.
Yeah, that old security system wasn't the greatest.
On to my next quest. Don't be old-fashioned. Xfinity subscribers add Xfinity Home for $29.95 a month for 12 months. Plus, for a limited time, get a free security camera when you call today. Call 1-800-XFINITY now.
If these legs could talk, they'd recite a history. From jumping rope to climbing the corporate ladder to finding that great guy who just can't seem to tell time, to taking care of those varicose veins. Because these legs have a lot more history to make.
Varicose veins are more than unsightly. They're a progressive disease that gets worse if left untreated. Vein Clinics of America understands. Call VCA today at 866-659-VEIN for your free consultation.
And listen to your legs.